Our first bucket...
That was a lot of sweat.
That was a lot of sweat. When's the last time you sweat that much, Ari Shafir?
When I visited Auschwitz and they reopened.
Perfect. Our first bucket pull of the night goes by one name. I love a good one name. I love a good two name, but I love a good one name. He actually works here at the Comedy... Huh? It's a guy. He works here. Well, let him decide. It's 2025, Red Band. He might be a guy tonight and a woman in the morning. Please give it up for Fuzzy, everybody.
I believe the best superpower is the ability to freeze time because you're in control. You got to remember, they don't want you to have superpowers. They, the Jews, do not want you to have... But when you freeze time, you're in control. And the perks are motherfucking sweet. Everyone here would do the same thing immediately. We're going to the bank. We'd all do it. Come on, you'd go to the bank. You'd see the teller. You'd wait for her to open up the vault. Freeze time. And then...
Holy shit.
And then you'd leave the bank.
Oh.
And if you're a girl, you can look through his phone, whatever the fuck you guys want to do. I don't give a fuck. Thank you guys so much.
Oh, my God. Fuzzy, great job.
An uninterrupted 60 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Francisco Rincon.
Shut up. This guy was like, don't trip. That's fine. I'm gonna fuck your mom later after I clean her house. I am from Puerto Rico. No, I'm not. I'm one of the good ones. Happy Pride Month to this guy, mainly. But, yeah, I don't know. A couple of years ago, I was watching the gay news, CNN. I don't know if you guys heard Pope Francis. He said, R.I.P. Pope Francis, a couple of years ago. He said, if you're gay, you can get married now, and you will no longer burn in hell. It's a real thing. I don't know if you guys heard about this. But it made me think, it made me wonder what was going to happen to the gay guys that were previously burning in hell. Do they make it fair? Do they make an announcement down there? Are they like, excuse me, if you're here and you're gay, make yourself to the lobby. We have great news. What do they do?
Francisco Rincon, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Welcome back. Let's keep this thing.
Let's do it.
Moving along. Oh, that's an unlit cigarette butt, me. I'm out of control tonight. Make some noise for your next bucket pull, Mike Holloway.
I don't think everyone who has a cat also throws trash on the floor and calls it a toy. But I do think everyone who throws trash on the floor and calls it a toy also has a cat. I don't think everyone who eats blue cheese also has a foot fetish. But I do think everyone with a foot fetish also eats blue cheese. I don't think everyone who drinks lemonade is also a pedophile. But I do think everyone who's a pedophile also drinks lemonade. I don't think everyone who's the victim of pedophilia is also a Disney adult. But you guys get it. How's it going?
All right.
All right.
That was fun.
Wow.
Mike Holloway, this is your first time on the show? Gentlemen,
Yes.
make some noise for Candace August, everybody. Candace August.
All right. My husband's Muslim, and when we got married, we had to do the Islamic wedding ritual. For those of you who do not know, the Islamic wedding ritual is called the nikah. I will spell it for you. It is N as in Nancy, I, K as in kangaroo, A, H as in Harold, the nikah. Problem is, I had not seen that word written down before I heard that shit out loud. Picture it. On my wedding day, I'm standing there in my dress. I'm looking at my husband, so in love. The guy walks in. He's like, "We are gathered here today to celebrate this blessed nikah." He kept going. In the eyes of Allah, all nikahs are beautiful and wonderful. And this nikah today is special. And I was just like, what the fuck did this nigga say? What did this nigga say? Thanks for the compliments, dude, but you can call me Candace.
Fantastic set.
Wow.
By Candace August. Welcome to the show,
Keep
Candace.
it moving. Let's do it.
We gotta do it. Your next bucket pull goes by the name of Karen Jones.
I got it. Some of you may remember me. I was falsely accused of storming the Capitol. I've been pardoned by President Trump. Unfortunately, I had already been incarcerated for 90 days before I got the pardon. Still grateful, but while I was in prison, I was raped. Oh, okay, date raped. Okay, it was consensual. But it's still very unpleasant. I was on house arrest. But it's terrible to be on house arrest because you can't leave. But I found out that you could leave for medical procedures. So I scheduled a mammogram, a pap smear, and a colonoscopy. And I'm telling you, it was as horrible as any other time I've been raped. Date raped, had sex and regretted it, whatever you want to call it. Thank you.
Karen Jones, one of the most famous characters in the show's history. A wild, some people would call her a batty woman.
Tony, I know you said not to ask questions, but I got a question for you. What the fuck?
Your next bucket pull goes by the name of Aldo Caldo. All right, one more time for Aldo, everybody. I guess there's no fucking music here tonight. All right.
I love my women how I love my coffee. Sliding off the roof of my car. Many moons ago, I used to be the bass player for the Latin boy group band called Menudo. Yeah. Men. Nude. Oh. We used to hop the borders all around Latin America playing these sold-out shows. And I used to think to myself, wow, I made it. I really made it. I remember I came home with my first $1,000,000 in pesos. It was like the best $100 I ever made. People would always ask me, hey, Aldo, how did you know who was going to be the next Menudo? Because they would get molested and then get kicked out or hit puberty. Was it always the cute ones that would say, súbete a mi moto, vamos a mamar entre los dos? No, it was always the Menudos that set their microphones up like this. He was the next Ricky Martin. Gracias.
Okay.
De nada.
De nada.
Aldo Caldo. That must crush it. Taco stands all across the country.
Goes on and
on.
Back to the bucket we go.
Make some noise for your next bucket pool. It's Benjamin Grell.
Wow.
Benjamin
Brendan
Grell.
Grella.
Hello, how are you? Ladies, are you sick of your man's wrinkled old fucking ball sack? That hairy old dusty nutsack? Well, I got something for you. It's called Scrotox. It's Botox for your testicles. I don't care if you like the Red Sox, the White Sox, or don't even wear fucking socks. For a smooth nutsack tomorrow, use Scrotox today. It also removes hair for the ultimate teabagging experience. Your lady will be looking forward to that. My cousin recently married a Chinese girl. At the wedding reception, they had this fucking beautiful lasso after.
Let him go. You can finish, Benjamin. You got to keep it going. Keep going.
They had this beautiful lasso absolute souffle that was out of this world. They had poodle kebabs on a brioche bun, beagle burgers, and leg of lamb with a nice mint sauce. I never believed that shit, but I do now. That's it.
Okay.
Hey.
Benjamin.
Good thing you made it finish.
Wow.
Benjamin is a legend, believe it or not, much like Karen Jones in this show's history.
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, back to the bucket we go. This looks like a new name. Make some noise for Luke Lawrence, everybody. It's
Luke Lawrence,
Luke
everybody. Here he goes.
I know I'm not a confident guy, and I know I'm not a hot guy, but I know I'm just hot enough that prostitutes are relieved when they walk in my apartment. Like, I know I'm not like a hard day's work. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna give her a run for her money for sure. For sure. I got a crazy little message from my ex-girlfriend my friend's ex-girlfriend a little while ago. She texted me, she's like, hey, Tyler just died. And I'm like, holy fuck. And she's like, yeah, he just told me he loved me. And I just picture my best friend having a heart attack and just throwing his phone immediately because she couldn't find it right after he died. And all I'm thinking is just like, he wants people to love him right after he dies. Nope. Things aren't always the best they can be. Sometimes you get fucking cheated on. And you know, your friends try to support you sometimes when you get cheated on. My best friend's literally just like, yo, man, she's for the streets. She's not. She's native. She's for the land. That's it. Holy fuck, that was terrible. Jesus Christ.
Wow,
What the fuck?
You nailed it there at the end. You are correct. That was terrible.
Wow.
All you had to do was get one laugh.
Dude, I know.
All you had to do
All
was
you had to
anything.
do.
Hilarious.
Okay. We're going to keep it moving along
Keep
here.
it moving. Back to the bucket.
Back to the bucket. This is surprisingly our 9th bucket pull of the night. We've been flying through it here tonight. Make some noise for Neil Rubenstein,
Neil
everybody.
Rubenstein, everybody. Okay.
Yeah, hi, everybody. Yeah, I'm Neil Rubenstein. People mispronounce it all the time, too. Rubenstein, Rubenstein, Goldberg. It's fine. I'm named after my grandfather, Norman Rubenstein, but I know that wasn't his name, you know, because he came over from Poland in the 1930s. So his name was like a bunch of C's and Z's. No vowels. Inside out K for some reason. And just the immigration guys couldn't read it. They're like, what are you showing me, a Wi-Fi password? Is that... Like, we're giving out a lot of Normans today. You're going to be Norman from now on. He said, my last name's Norman Rubenstein. You guys made me nervous. Holy shit. We're giving out a lot of Normans today. You'll be Norman from now on. Norman Rubenstein. He said, my last name's Jones. Like, not anymore, Jew. And they just shoved him back down the stairs. That's how it was for us. Never been a good time in history for the Jews. No one's been like, oh, you're Jewish? Right this way. You know? Well, once. Stepped on the well once, but... All right. That went terribly.
Neil Rubenstein. Hello, Neil.
Hello, Neil.
You've been on this show before, right?
Yeah, and it went better.
Yeah, it went better last time.
Yeah, it's all right.
What do you think went wrong tonight? You said that we
I
made
got
you
nervous. I switched because he brought up Jew right away.
Who?
Whoever said Jew.
The people are... Let
yeah.
them...
Yeah, she's not...
Special... What an asshole.
Child, small